standing by for the net. And I will be a short timer this morning, please.
Who was the last station that calling needed to be a short timer? K4YDB.
Yeah, that was 7:08 a.m. Good morning, Bob.
Oh, good morning, John. Very good. We'll have Lee get you on there as a short timer if he has more. He has done it already. And Lee, while you're at it, put Charlie there, K4YDB, and show him his receive only this morning. He won't be able to be near his radio, but he's going to turn the live stream on. But he won't be available to talk on the radio this morning. K4YDB.
Okay, Bob. Very good. Thank you.
K1BOB, W5OG. How chilly was it here this morning, Bob?
Yeah, you're sounding good here, Dale. I just saw you pop up on NetLogger there, and I see you're out there. Could you bring in Don today if he comes in this morning? I think he normally does on Mondays.
Yeah, I'll be glad to. I'll get Don for you, no problem. What was the temperature this morning there in Idaho?
It was 34 when I got up, 2 degrees before freezing, 36 right now.
Oh my goodness. Well, it was in the 60s here, so it was cool this morning. It is still cool. It's a beautiful morning.
Yeah, I guess up to low 70s during the day when it does that, but yeah, I'm bringing the UTV up to my buddy up Idaho City to work on, do some maintenance on it, just to make sure it's all set to get through another tough winter if we have a tough winter, Roger.
Yeah, get ready for that. The snow will be falling soon there, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, it's not in the forecast yet, but it's we had one day right down to freezing, this week, and it's fine. By the time I get out of here and I'm up, it's in the 60s, so it's no problemo. K4YDB. Thanks, Dale. Thanks for bringing in Don if he pops in. And this question today, you might be all over it, I suspect. Do the right thing on answering the question because it's probably right up your alley.
Okay, all right, Bob, and I'll be glad to bring Don in if he shows up. So no worries. W5OG.
K4YDB. We're going to start in 10 minutes. 10 minutes to Flyers. K4YDB.
K4YDB, KJ5BWB. Good morning, Bob. You're a good plus 15 over here in my station this morning. Propagation is doing it.
Oh, very good. Willie, good to have you with us this morning. You're from Belton, KJ5BWB, and let's see, Willie, you're about an S6 that time around. But fine copy.
Well, I'll take it for 100 watts and a wire. I've been on CW for a couple hours this morning, and man, it's been incredible. So good clear signals from places that I wouldn't usually be hearing. So kind of interesting this morning. We'll see how it goes. KJ5BWB standing by for the Flyers Club.
Roger. Well, the CW is always going to do better on low power, that's for sure. And the high bands have been very good at night here. I had a fantastic contact the other night. What was it? I think it was 18 or 15 meters. Just loud and clear from the middle of the Pacific. I was on 100 watts. K4YDB.
KI5RXG, standing by for the net.
Actually, I do a lot of 30 meters, and it's kind of been having me up in the 15 meters as well. So, yeah, high bands are doing it. Anyways, standing by for a net.
Okay, Willie, thank you. And K4YDB will get you on the list, sir. Remind me of your name and location, please.
My name is Mike, just a few miles away from that previous QSO you had, and located in Temple, Texas. Correction on the call, it's Kilo India 5 Romeo X-Ray Germany. Go ahead.
Okay, Roger, got that. Mike, thank you. K4YDB Golf. Thanks for that. We'll get you on our list this morning. Do you need to be a short timer?
Yes, sir. I'll just be saying about listening.
Okay, we'll put you down for receive only. Feel free when we go down the list if you want to jump in there. I'll make a spot for you there, but we've got you on net logger this morning, Mike. Thanks for joining us. Good signal into west central Idaho.
Hey, good to hear you on here, Mike. Man, you have a booming signal all the way from Temple. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mike. K4YDB.
Morning, y'all. Have a good day.
Well, check into the net, Mike. K4YDB. Stick around. You'll enjoy it.
KJ5BWD, BWA6LJS.
Morning, John. WA6LJS, KJ5BWD, with a good solid S9 in here this morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Willie. You're doing great. You're a little bit better than S9 with only 100 watts there, over.
Hey, that is better than the S6 that Bob gave me. I'll definitely take it. I wouldn't use an amplifier that much, so I'm going to hang out with the 100 watts on wire. Thanks, John.
Roger. Yeah, well, you don't need an amp under these conditions. Good signal. WA6LJS going to be standing by for the Air Force Flyers at the top of the hour.
WA6LJF, W5ADI. Good signal, John.
Yeah, you too, Joe. Good morning. You're good 10 over right now. W5ABI, WA6LJS.
Yeah, we got the beam aimed directly north, so I don't know about my hex beam. It's kind of multi-directional. Thanks for the report. W5ABI standing by for next.
Roger. Yeah, there's a number of pretty good lobes off that hex beam. I've noticed that too. I can do pretty good off the side of it sometimes. But there is definitely a good front to back on it anyway. WA6LJS.
Hey, K1BOB, KJ5BT.
K1BOB, James is calling you, Bob.
Okay, I thought Leon was trying to call James. I thought I heard James in there. KJ5PTE, that was you, James. We didn't have you on the list. Are you going to be around this morning?
Yeah, Bob, you got time for a quick question about your hex beam?
Yeah, sure. Lee, go ahead and put James, KJ5PTE on the list if you would, please. And yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Bob, does your controller for your hex beam, do you use one that's controlled through your computer, or do you use one that's manual?
I'm looking at the controller right in front of me. It's sitting on another radio. It's a Yaesu G800DXE. So you can see right where it's aimed. I think, was it Green Heron or something? They make one. I looked at those, but I keep it simple here.
Okay, yeah, I've got the Yaesu G450A, and a friend of mine just called me. He was having some problems with his rotator sticking or hanging up a little bit, and we got to take my box over to his house and troubleshoot to see if it's a problem with the box, with the motor. And I was just wondering if you've ever had any kind of situation like that.
No problems with this. I tried a TV antenna rotator, and those things are junk there. So when I put up the taller mast, I included the Yaesu rotator. It's over tilt for what it needs to do. I like it that way. It stays dead on. It rotates 180 degrees beyond 360, so you can't hurt it. Anyway, it's been doing good for me. It's been up 7 years, along with my the antenna, which is maybe a little longer. K1BOB.
All right, Bob. Appreciate it. I'll call back off the standby for that. Appreciate it. K1BOB, KG5PT.
James, the signal here from Belton.
Yeah, I have the
K1BOB.
and I'm having that
3 minutes.
problem.
Flyers Club in 3 minutes. K1BOB.
The rotator's not working right. KG5PTE, W5ABI. Yeah, W5ABI, KG5PTE. I hear you're fixing to become a new tech. Well, you know, I'm back on hold for a while here, but I'm having the same problem with my G450A rotor, okay? Oh, you're having a problem with yours sticking and hanging up? I sure am. Yeah, I'm going to go to a friend's house and we're going to find out whether it's the box or whether it's the motor, so we're going to do that here tomorrow. All right, thanks for letting me know, Joe, KG5PT.
K5BWB, this is K2S, KAP, and well, let's go to SKK standby for the airport Flyers Club now. K4YDB, Tom, good morning. Get you pretty good here about an S5, S6. How me, sir? Okay, stand by for the net, and you're on the list there, Tom. You're on the list. Glad you're out there. K1BOB.
Net, is it?
Good morning, and welcome to the Air Force Flyers Club Net. This is Kilo 1, Bravo, Oscar Bravo. Name is Bob. I'll be your net controller this morning. My location, 30 miles north of Boise, Idaho, and what's considered the Idaho West Central Mountains. This net begins at 1500 Zulu this time of year. The Flyers Club meets on this frequency 7 days a week, every day of the year as best we can. You can watch us, courtesy of K4YDB, on YouTube live stream, which is up right now. And Charlie brings that up usually just about every day. And you can see NetLogger on there. You can listen to his SDR radio and see the display, and also see pictures and the questions of the day. So it's everything wrapped up all in one. Right now we also have NetLogger, if you're familiar with that, on the Air Force Flyers Club, courtesy of this morning N5BE. Leon is doing it out there in Texas. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Charlie. And also, what else do we have? I know we have something else. So we have Echolink going, and we will come on at the conclusion of our net today, which with this many people, we may not have a 73 round. We'll see how it goes. We meet after the net on Echolink on the AFFC node. Thank you, Dale, for bringing Don in this morning, and also kind of being the founder for Echolink for us in the club. The Flyers Club consists of military aviation members, both active and retired, from all services air branches. We very much like to welcome visitors to the net, and you don't need to be involved with the military or aviation to check in. Please visit our website and learn all about us. And if you wish to apply to be a member, not that you need to, guests are welcome all the time. But our website is at www.airforcesflyersclub.org. That website again is Air Forces, plural, Flyers, plural, club.org. Check it out. Our net format is to go once down the initial check-in list, make a second call for check-in, and go to a 73 round to complete the net. Please try and limit your comments to 2 minutes. This is a directed net. To contact net control, please use the words contact, relay, info, or check-in. And put Don at the list. He just came in with Dale on Echo Link. You probably hear him in the background. Okay, please use the words contact, relay, info, or check-in, since this is a directed net. So once again, use the words contact, relay, info, or check-in as needed. We are National Net and Scope, utilizing stations across the country for relay purposes. When you do give your call sign, please give it very slowly and phonetically, followed by your name, location, and if you'd like to be an early out this morning. So far on the list, I have on NetLogger, and I'll ask for check-ins after this, but on NetLogger on the list, if you hear your name, you don't need to check in, obviously. We have K0ZNC, that's Don out in Longmont, Colorado. He'll be echo linked in by W5OG. Next we have W5PIX towards the top of the list. That's Clifford. He's out mobile somewhere in Texas. Good morning again, Uncle Cliff. After that we have John in Peoria, Arizona. W7AJN. Next we have Lee out in Arlington, Texas. That's N5BE. Thanks for doing the NetLogger, Lee, and being a net controller when we need it. After that, we have John, net controller, our treasurer, admissions officer, do-it-all guy. WA6LJS. Glad you're out there, John, to help out. And after that, we have James, WA6LJS. I'm sorry, what am I saying? Another W with a 6 in it. W6WAY. That's James out in Corona. Good morning again, James. Loud and clear this morning. And next we have Lee in Bellevue, Texas. That's W4PUO from the lovely town of Belleville. And next we have W5OG, another small place in Mineola, Texas. Getting away from it all out there. Good morning again, Dale. Thanks for the bringing Don in this morning. And next we have Russell in Ellensburg, Washington, K8AS. Good morning to you, Russ. Hope I can get you this morning. And next we have Justin down close by down in Ogden, KB7LAK. Good morning to you, Justin. After that we have Mike in Clarkson, Nebraska, KF0OPE. Good morning, Mike. And next we have another net controller and our executive officer, W2WLD. That's Bill, our net controller in Upper State New York. Good morning, Bill. And next we have Joe out in Las Cruces, New Mexico, W5ABI, Big Signal Joe again. And we also have Charlie. He's running the streamer, but he'll be receive only this morning. And that's K4YDB. Appreciate all you do, Charlie, which is a lot. Charlie's also was a primary net controller, and we retired him. Now he only does it when he wants to, and that works out for us. So very good, Charlie. How many years did you do it? I don't know. I don't remember as many as I have. After that, we have NX6RG in California, affectionately known as Professor Bob and his dog Sherman. After that, we have another Bob that is in Florida. He's in Lutz, Florida, and survived the tornado except for a fence. K2SJT. Thank gosh, his antenna's okay. In Belton, we have Willie in Belton, Texas, KJ5BWB. Good morning again, Willie. Good signal here. on 100. And then we have Mike in Temple, Texas. That's KI5RXT. Good morning again, Mike. And after that, we have Ray way up in New Jersey. WB2JJO. Good morning to you, Ray. After that, we have Tom in Alabama. K4YDB. And then back to Belton, Texas, we have James. KG5PTE. And after that, we have Levi in Montana. WK90. All right, very good. Welcome to the net there, Levi. And let's see, that is the list as I have it this morning, all 24 of us. And I'm looking for any other check-ins. Please come now with your call sign, slowly and phonetically, your name and location.
Kilo Juliet 5, Echo Quebec, Mike.
Okay, thanks for the phonetics. Kilo Juliet 5, Echo Quebec, Mike. And what's your name and location, please?
This is the name here is James, and I'm in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Roger.
Okay,
What's your name is Matt?
From Arkansas there. You've landed on the Air Force Flyers Clubnet. Glad to have you with us this morning. Do you need to be early out, or can you hang around well?
Well, yeah, I'll hang around for a minute. I didn't know if it was a private net or not, and I heard you call for check-in, so I was just checking.
Oh, no, I don't think there's anything as a private net, not at all. We're open to anybody. We'd love to have visitors. Glad you joined us, and jump in there with us. We talk aviation, military-related subjects, and that's just what we're going to do. So please join us. I'll leave you there as listening for now, and we'll get to you there when we get down to number 25. It'll be a while.
That's okay. Roger.
Back here, Joe. You got a very wonderful group of gentlemen and women. With that, any other check-ins? Call sign, name, location, please. Okay, I'm going to go up to the great state of New York. I like to work east to west. Phil, W2WLD, would you give a call out, please?
And welcome, Bob. This is W2WLD, upstate New York, relaying for net control for the Air Force Flyers Club. We're taking check-ins. Members or guests, please call now. Now just static, Bob.
Yeah, same here. Static. Well, let's go out to John. Maybe he can read something out of the static here. John, would you put a cast out over the United States, see what you can get, and Canada for that matter. WA6LJS. Go ahead, John.
Wilco, this is WA6LJS relaying for net control for the Monday morning Air Force Flyers net. We're looking for check-ins, either members or visitors. Call now. No, nothing heard out west either, Bob. Back to net.
Very good. Strong signal. I guess there's nobody out there. Let's see. Anybody need an early out that we don't have towards the top of the list? Anybody that needs an early out that hasn't mentioned it yet? Well, one more call for early outs. Come now or forever hold your early out. Nothing heard. We're going to continue with the net. Good morning again. I am K4YDB. You'll hear that a lot, I hope, every 10 minutes at least. Well, happy, my wife corrected me this morning, happy Indigenous Peoples Day. It used to be Columbus Day when I was a kid, because he supposedly discovered America. Well, I guess he discovered the Americas, landing in Haiti or someplace like that down there in mid-America, as they would become later known, I think. When he landed there, he kind of used a lot of the locals there to still get gold for him. And kind of maybe they should have called it Subjugation Day. I don't know, but he had a lot of history coming over from Spain or Portugal. I don't remember. I think he got funded by a Spanish queen, and he may have been originally from Portugal. Probably came out of Spain, though. and went down to Middle America there, Haiti, that area, and went on the prowl looking for silver and gold. Later copper, we found out, for the Spanish there. That was their means of income, so they were happy to send Christopher off in a small boat with a crew. Anyway, this got something to do with today's question, actually, by chance, because it had to do with sea captains of those periods. They were also the navigator. They did the celestial navigation, and they knew the sea better than any other person on the boat usually. Sometimes they'd have a protege or a protege, and teach them the rules of sailing boats. But the crew all knew it. They were dependent on that captain, whether it was Columbus or Cook, to get them back from the other end of the world. So they were kind of leery doing a mutiny over small things. Okay, with that, I do have a question of the day. And here it is. There'll be a little bit to this. I've got a lot explained, you might say, but I think it's very interesting. Some of you know about this. A couple of you probably do. You might have even seen a movie I'll talk about. But the question is, remember those types of questions when you took your standard aptitude test, the SATs in high school? Who can't remember those? Or maybe if you came into the officer corps of the Air Force, the AFOQT qualifying test to be able to get in the Air Force. I know all the you guys that were enlisted, you got your test. Thank God we didn't, or we wouldn't have got promoted. You had the WAP testing through the years. But one of the ways they ask questions on the SATs and the AFOQT is comparing one to another and then giving a question. Well, here goes. You'll know what I mean in a moment. This is the main question today. The F-4 Phantom was to the F-105 Thunder Chief as the EF-111 Raven was to the, take a choice on the answers. I'll say the question again. The F-4 Phantom fighter jet was to the F-105 Thunder Chief fighter as the EF-111 Raven was to the, here's your answers. A, the EC-37B compass call. Answer Alpha, the Echo Charlie 37 Bravo compass call. Or is it Bravo, the Echo Bravo 66 destroyer? Bravo answer is the EB-66 destroyer. Or is it answer Charlie, the EA-18 Growler, the Echo Alpha 18 Growler jet? Or is it answer Delta, the EA-6B Prowler? Answer Delta, the Echo Alpha 6 Bravo Prowler. Anybody have a question on the question? Nothing here. Very good. I choose to do it twice and slowly. And you're probably reading it on Charlie's live stream there, so it doesn't matter. It's exactly the same. Well, here's a bonus question. There is a bonus question. And here it is. The rescue of Bat 21, like Batty, Bat 21 Bravo, was a call sign for Gene Hamilton, a navigator and electronic countermeasures officer shot down behind North Vietnamese lines. He was the reason for the largest and longest and most complex search and rescue operation during the Vietnam War. What aircraft did he eject from? He and his pilot ejected. The pilot didn't make it, but Hamilton did. So I'll say the bonus question. Oh, and the answers are the same as in the first question. There's 4 answers, A through D, and it's the same from the first question. I'll say this again slowly for the bonus money here. The rescue of BAT, B-A-T, Bravo Alpha Tango 21 Bravo. That was the navigator. And that was Lieutenant Colonel Gene Hamilton. And he was also the electronic countermeasures officer, shot down behind North Vietnamese lines. And he was the subject of the largest, longest, and most complex search and rescue operation during the Vietnam War. 10 airplanes were shot down as a result of trying to get him out. What aircraft, though, did he eject from? Same selection as the first question. Okay, any questions on the bonus question? Okay, very good. Any late check-ins? Go ahead with your call sign, name, and location. Nothing heard. We're going to start down the list, gentlemen. And first on the list, we have Don out in Longmont, Colorado. And I see he's Googling the answer right now. He's probably got it. K0ZC. Good morning, Don. Dale, would you please bring in Don? W5OT. Take it away, Dale.
Yeah, stand by just a second. Okay, Don, K0ZNC, go ahead and I'll bring you in, W5OG.
On the top of the list there. We appreciate it. Let's see. Good morning to all the players. Good morning from Colorado. Beautiful, beautiful day today. Typical fall day for a change. Not too hot, not too cold. It is getting cooler, however, and that's typical for this time of year. Currently 49 degrees, 49. That's going to warm up pretty good, so it's going to get us to 8 degrees today. I'm going to be in and out. I've got some activities that I have to get going. So I'll give the guess answer on my part. It's a guess, because I have absolutely no idea. Delta and Delta, let's put it that way. Put me down for Delta and Delta. With that, we're going to say 73 to everyone. Have a good day, and I hope everyone had a good weekend. Yeah, I know we did. I did on my end. I got to go flying. As a blind guy, I got to go flying, and I was literally flying blind. And 8.6 minutes, a friend of mine picked me up, and we bumped around for about an hour or so, and flying airplane. It's a nice airplane. With that, we'll take 73 and give it back to you. Thank you much for getting me in there again, and Dale, thank you most for people that to me. K1DLB, the W5OG, this is K0ZNC 73.
W5OG, back to net.
Okay, K1DLB, thank you, Dale, for bringing in Don. We've got 2 down, Don, for Delta, and calling yourself 73, so best to you, Don, likewise. There's a station that talks over you a little bit there. Please, we've been on this another bit. If you'd like to join us, we'd be happy to have you. This is the Air Force Flyers Club net. Was that station still there? Okay, nothing heard. This is K1DLB. We'll continue on the list, and we're going to go out to our mobile air, Clifford, out in his 18-wheeler somewhere, I believe. W5PLX. Good morning, Clifford. You're up.
Good morning, Commander, and all the players. We're in San Antonio, and temperature says 76 degrees, truck says 80 degrees. But we're watching all the joggers, and the old man's lightest dreams of watching the young ladies walk the dogs, or the dogs
Okay, Clifford, copied all that. Thank you from the mobile. We've got you for Delta Delta. And it's not necessarily the same answer choice today. So, it could be two. Let's see. Thanks, Clifford. Stay safe, sir. Let's go to W7AJN. John, yeah, you need to be a short timer. And go ahead, John. Thanks for joining us, though.
K4YDB, W7AJN. Good morning, Bob. Good morning to all the flyers out there on the net. It's a beautiful day here in Arizona. Right now we have 72 degrees. It's going up to 96. So we're not going to break the century mark today, supposedly, but we'll see. Got to go. Susan's got an appointment has a procedure this morning, and I need to take her there. So that's why I need to be early out. Thank you for doing that, Leon. And let's see, on your question, Bob. I'm going to be different. I'm going to be 11 this morning. I'm going to choose Team Charlie for the first one, the Growler. And for the second one, I'm going to go with the Bravo, the EB66. So those are my two answers, Charlie and Bravo. All the flyers out there, make it a wonderful day. Green flags up. K4YDB, W7, AJN.
Okay, John, very good. We've got you down for Charlie and Bravo, CB. And best to the missus there on the procedure this morning. Yeah, we all have to do stuff like that, don't we? I think there's a reason for that. We're past the average life expectancy. So, very good, John. And 73 to you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Very nice clear signal this morning from Arizona. Next, we're going to go up to Texas. Lee, can't thank you enough for doing the net logger. N5BE, you're on the air.
K1BOB, N5BE. Well, I don't know why I'm down. Okay, there we go. I was down at 300 watts. I was trying to figure out what's going on there. Okay, I'm getting right to the question here. Boy, this question is, it's got a little bit of obliqueness to it, if I can use that word, Bob. It's, oh my gosh. Let's go down those aircraft. Compass Call, that's a communications jamming aircraft. That's not on the list. But the other three are closely aligned relative to mission, but not necessarily capability. So that's where it gets a little bit hazy. And so I'm going to go by capability in mission. Capability first, mission second. So I'm going to go Bravo and Bravo on the question. And I'm going Bravo because the EB66 did not kill Sam, it suppressed them. And that was the mission of the EF-111. The F-111 did not carry harm. The other two on there carry harm, and they're SEED and DEED aircraft. So not only suppression, but destruction of. The EB-66 and the EF-111's missions are mostly close aligned than the others. So I'm going Bravo, Bravo. And that's my long-winded answer to I think, a devious question. K1BOB and 5BE.
I heard it was a weak question, then I heard it was a devious question. Okay, well, you all be the judge there. He certainly seems to know what he's talking about with the answer, Bravo, Bravo, BB. All right, BB in the hole. So let's thank you, Lee. Thanks for your diagnosis. Next, we're going to go to Choctaw. That's Chief Mike. Yeah, he was working the B-52 side of those Vietnam things, probably, or knows all about them. WW5ENZ. Good morning, Mike.
Well, good morning, K4YDB and the net. This is WW5ENZ, and now the thing is, I was working nukes most of the time, so I didn't actually get into the nuts and bolts of Vietnam, but it's interesting though, and we had people that were deployed, and they get 180-day TDY to Guam or to Thailand, somewhere, Utapao, I don't know where. Anyway, wherever there was B-52s. So, and we always screwed up because we were H model guys, and we were used to 20 millimeter ammo, which was electric prime. And of course, the 50 calibers on the B-52Ds were, just like a regular bullet, they had a primer. And so a friend of mine dropped one of those things on a B-5 stand once and it blew his boot off. It was really weird. I didn't hurt his foot, but it blew his boot off. I think I might have told you that story once again. Anyway, that's as close as I ever got to Vietnam, was just a weird story. But as far as the, SCTs and stuff like that, AF, OQTs, I was never good at those. I was always terrible, so I wasn't going to be good at that either. So this is going to be a tough question. However, I did think that the EB-66 was the replacement for, the EF-111 was a replacement for the EB-66, so I'm going to go with B, and then the second one I'm going to go with B, and I guess it kind of matches up with these, but I don't know, I think we're kind of just thinking alike this morning. Anyway, that's my guess. My daughter's here this week with me, so I may or may not be on the radio too often. And Lee, if you want to shoot me one out of the queue there, question for Friday, I'd appreciate that. Anyway, other than that, I'm going to turn it back to Commander K4YDB, WW5ENZ. Give me that BB.
Okay, Chief Mike, very good. We got you down for Bravo also. Thanks for your accounts. Worked mostly nukes on the, they were all stateside nuke airplanes, and occasionally got deployed overseas to fulfill that role too, I believe at times. When I was up at Hayford, I brought him into Fairfield or one of the other bases, maybe as a flight strengthening or show of force for some reason. Let's see. Thanks for recounting the 50 cal, but that's nothing compared to a 20 Stuart Gatling gun, what the F-111 had. I kind of know the capabilities of that, and it's very disconcerting. I was driving behind EB-52 at Christmas Air Force Base as a young second lieutenant, responsible for security there, the whole base, and drove past the B-52 they were working on, and the tail was pointed at me, and when I came in near it, all of those barrels slid over to my car. As I drove past, it kept tracking me as I went by. I just kept going the same 5 miles an hour, hoping I wasn't going to be dead. Oh, well, it could have happened, I guess. All right, and let's see. John knows about those things pretty well there on the B-58. Let's go out to John, and thank you, Mike. We got you, Bravo. Out to John, WA6LJS. What do you think, John?
Okay, Bob, thank you. K1BOB and the net, WA6LJS. Good morning to the net. Yeah, we had the old 20 millimeter Gatling in the B-58, and I know we used to do testing with the radar tracking system on targets off the runway there sometimes. It was an interesting experience for sure. Anyway, we're very overcast today. We got a marine front that came in here, and it's only 56 degrees, and I can just barely see the hills behind me. It's very heavily overcast. Probably will burn through pretty good, but it's not going to be very warm today. I'll be lucky to get 75 or 78 degrees today, I think. Anyway, in answer to your question, I'm going to go with the first one. The one that's closest is a D Delta, the EA6B. So put me down for D Delta for the first answer. And for the bonus question, B Bravo, the EB-66 is what he ejected from. So let's go for Delta and Bravo. and we'll see how that goes. Back to you, Bob. K1BOB, WA60JR.
Okay, very good, John. Thanks for your accounts on the B-58 and the stuff you worked out there, I remember. And we've got you on another good phonetically, unless you use phonetically, I can't hear it here, but you're going Delta Bravo, which sounds like BB or CD. CD. Very good. BB. Got it, John. Appreciate it. Appreciate everything you do on the net. Okay. Let's go on with the Corona. Jim knows a bit about weapons. He used to fly one as an intercept pilot. W6, WAY. Jim, good morning again. You're up, sir.
Yeah.
Frequency is unusual, man. Net in progress.
Okay, Jim. Very good. Copied all that. Yeah, very nice signal. Just looking at sign there. And we've got you down to Delta and Bravo there in that command post of yours with all the stuff going. Very good. You got it all. Well done, Jim. A good signal. This is K1BOB, and we're going to move on down to Lee in Belleville, Texas. Also an intercept pilot and a very special pilot of something else. W4PUO. Good morning, Lee. You're up, sir.
K1BOB, W4PUO. Thank you, Bob, and good morning to everybody. Well, you know, I've given this a little bit of thought, and the F4 and the F105 had a lot of similar roles in the theater, and the EF-111 was also putting ordnance on the ground, not just electronically, but that aircraft could hold its own and with the weapons for sure. And I think that we'd have to say the EA-18 fashioned after the fighter was also capable of carrying some weapons and putting ordnance on the ground, as well as its electronic role. So I would fashion the 111 and the EA-18 as a ratio that you suggested. So that would make me a copy of what John, AJN, said, and put Charlie first and then Bravo. So I'm a Charlie Bravo, and a nice day here in Belleville, Texas. The temperatures are starting to come down a little bit, which we enjoy this time of year, but we're still dry, way too dry, and I don't have any grass left. Good to hear you this morning, Bob. K1BOB, W4PUO.
Okay, Lee, very good signal here. That's about an S9, and we've got you also down for a Charlie and a Bravo. A Charlie and a Bravo. So, yeah, we kind of had a lemon line not going very long. I'm going to have to give Chief Mike another Lemmings t-shirt. I don't know. He enjoyed the last one when he called back. Good to down, Lee. CB, thanks for joining us there, and the weather is still dry. Yeah, too bad. Well, hopefully we'll make up for it in the spring. Let's go to another Texas resident. That's our Vice Commander, K4YDB. Dale, I know you know a lot about this stuff. You might have been very close to it, matter of fact. So, well, go ahead. K4YDB, back to W5OD.
Okay, Bob, mighty fine. K1BOB, W5OG, Dale here in East Texas. Beautiful morning again, and it's down in the 60s, low 60s today, or this morning. It'll be in the 80s, though. A delightful day. As many of our fall days, fall and spring are just absolutely gorgeous here. And we don't have a bad winter, really, now. And the summers this year were pretty mild. So I guess what I'm saying is, John, W6LJS, if you want a place to move to, I'll put a vote in for Texas. Of course, we don't need any more Californians. We've got a lot. But you'd be welcome. Because I know you vote in the right way. So... enough of that. Yeah, and I guess I'll recuse myself since I was involved with the rescue. I sure was. I was a Jolly Green pilot back in Vietnam. Not at the same time that Bat 21 went on. Of course, we heard all about it. I was not involved with that. Enjoyed the movie and the book. It was very good, by the way. And let's see, as far as your question, I've got to go ahead and recuse myself on that. I guess I should because I was an EWO also. So, who later was a helicopter pilot. It was later, well, no, I was also fixed wing and did mostly fixed wing, but I did fly the rescue helicopters in Vietnam. So let's see, what else? Oh, I've got a comment. Willie, KJ5BWB was talking before the net about he was working CW on 10 meters. Yeah, and Willie, you need to take advantage of that. I was up on 10 this morning myself, and boy, it was open to every place in the world pretty much. I worked the station in Georgia, not in our Georgia, but over in the country of Georgia. And he was working, talking to a guy in Atlanta. They were, he was making fun of the fact that they were both in Georgia. So. But take advantage of 10 because it's not going to be around there, Willie, all that long now. You'll. I heard a guy say, "Oh man, we've been waiting 10 years for conditions like this on 10," and that's about right. It's an 11-year cycle, and we're at the peak now. So work as much DX as you can because that band will go away in 3 or 4 years now. Anyway, that's it from here. A big long list this morning, Bob, and good questions, Daryl. I enjoyed that. K1BOB, back to net, W5OG.
Very good, Dale. K1BOB, and we got you down as a pass. That's because Leon couldn't spell recuse. I can't say it. Recuse yourself. Just kidding, Lee. I figured that was right up your alley in more ways than one, that's for sure. Thanks, Dale, for talking around the subject. Yeah, there was a movie, Back to the Line, and let's see, who was in that? That was Gene Hackman was in that, and I don't especially like his politics these days because he's kind of a jerk. But I do like his acting, I gotta say that. And Danny Glover was in it too, as a spotting pilot, helping him out on the ground. So it goes through the whole rescue scenario just about there. And it was pretty ugly, by the way, if you didn't know that, Colonel was on the ground for about 11.5 days without food. And I think he broke an arm or a leg. So it was pretty ugly for him, but he survived to sheer will and determination. And he kept right in. He was 3 months from retirement. He had a planned retirement in 3 months, so when that happened to him, imagine going to war and the sick, all that stuff when you're just about ready to retire. Oh my. K1BOB on that nice spot. I'm going to go to Russ in Ellensburg, Washington. That's K8 Airport. Russ, good morning. You're up for the flyer, sir.
Good morning, everybody. K1BOB, Good morning, Bob. I'm happy we're fine here in Ellensburg today. Well, it's sunny, 35 degrees. It'll get up to in the mid-70s today, so it's going to be a nice day. So I guess the comet is visible here. I guess if you look midway between Venus and our Taurus around 7 to 8 o'clock at night, you can see the comet if anybody's interested. So I'm going to say for the question, I'm going to say Bravo and Bravo. I remember seeing the movie, so that's why I'm guessing Bravo and Bravo. And then I had the pleasure of meeting another guy that escaped, Roger Lackler. I had dinner at his house one night while he was still on active duty, and got to talk with him a lot, which was really super interesting. And then George Budday, his son, and I were in pilot training class together, and got to meet him and listen to his story of getting captured, getting shot down, captured, escaping, be captured again, and then read his book. It was what a guy. What a good to meet all of them. So I'll turn back to you, Bob, K4YDB, K8AM. Okay, Russ, very good. Hey, thanks for all that background there, and Bud Day. Very good, and you went through school, I think you said.
Yeah, we set you down for Bravo Bravo. Okay, we might have it's the longest lemming line we have, just about. Yeah, not so much so. So thanks for joining us this morning, Russ. Glad to have you. I copied you direct here. Not quite real well because we're so close, but I copied you just the same. And glad you're here with us. We're going to move on to Utah. That's KB7LAK, close to me also. I know you hear me, Justin, but go ahead, your turn. I may need John to relay what he says. I'll see if I can hear him.
Yeah, you're up, Justin. Go ahead.
Okay, Justin, copied most of that. I copied your answer of Bravo, Bravo. And did he give a 73?
Yeah, he said they're working on some stuff, so he'll be just listening.
Okay, thank you very much, John. K4YDB and Justin copied a 73. He's working still in Utah there at the depot. And it's a F-35 base at Hill now. And I was stationed there. Dale was stationed there. That's half my life there, 6 years. Told me you couldn't leave. Okay, let's go to KF0OTE. That's Mike patiently waiting up in Clarksville, Nebraska. Good morning, Mike. You're up for the net, sir.
Well, good morning, K4YDB and Flyers and all the visitors. Another top 10 day here in Nebraska, just gorgeous. It's a little cooler. It was got down to 32 last night. It's climbing up into the 60s already. It'll be a nice day. As to the question, I'm kind of like Chief Mike. I was never good at those kind of questions, but I'm going to follow in behind him. Bravo, bravo. I think the F4 was the replacement for the F5, although we shared a lot of the same timeline. And so I was going to say that the F111 was the replacement for the EV66. And I did watch the movie. It's one of my favorite movies. So I'm going to be one and done. I've got to get out of here too and get some stuff done. I have to go to work later today. And so 7 great guys. Have a great day. Back to KV and the
Okay, Mike, very good. Got you down for Bravo, Bravo. You know a bit about it. He's watched the movie, and he's got to go work today. Thanks for joining us there and taking the time to do that, Mike. We'll leave Mike for now with our 173. And next, let's go up to upper state New York. I know there was a Navy guy in there somewhere. I'm trying to remember where he was at. He might have been on the rescue or something. W2, WLD, Bill in Scotia. You're up. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Bob. We're at Curtis Station. Moved in on 291, and I can barely hear him, but I hear guys that are trying to contact him. Good morning, everybody. Propagation was great. It's dropped down slightly, but still pretty good day. I see that Brian showed up on NetLogger, and I want to wish him a happy birthday. It was his birthday yesterday. And I know that because it was my birthday yesterday, and we did a lot of great family stuff. So that was a great day. The question, well, I'm going to say similar missions and different speeds. The F4 had a similar mission to the 105, but it was supersonic. The 105 was not. And therefore, looking at the 111, that, of course, was supersonic, had a similar mission to the EA-6B, which was subsonic. So with that, I'm going to go Delta for the first question. And the second question, Bravo, the EB-66 destroyer. So Delta Bravo, please, Bob. K4YDB, W2, WLD.
Okay, Bill, got you down for Delta and Bravo. Delta and Bravo. Very good. I knew we had a Navy jet in here somewhere. You're right about the F4s, too. And, you guys are reading the question, right? The F4 Phantom was the replacement by most sources for the F-105 printer chief. It could do everything it could do, and better. And the EF-111 was a replacement to the next one. And we got you down for Delta Bravo, Bill, there, the EA-6 Prowler. And the Growler is also a Navy aircraft, so we tried to make it 50-50, Bill, on Navy versus Air Force. So thank you, Bill. Good signal today. About an F6, F7. That's the best I can expect here. So thanks, Bill, our Wednesday net controller. We're going to go to Las Cruces next, and that is Joe, W5ABI. So what do you think, Joe?
Good morning, Bob. K4YDB and the Flyers, W5ABI. Just a minute here. Beautiful morning here in Las Cruces. It's about 62, going up to 89. We're waiting for summer to leave. It's been pretty stubborn this year. But it's sunny, no wind, clear blue skies, we'll take it. Anyhow, boy, what a question. I'm going to go with Bravo on the first one and Bravo on the second. And we'll be here to the bottom, but I don't know if we'll have time for 73 rounds. Thanks for running the net, and thanks, Leon, for running NetLogger. K4YDB, W5ABI.
Okay, Joe, very good. We're going to award you with a Lemming T-shirt back on the Lemming line. Bravo, Bravo. And very good. I'm looking at my Magic 8-ball and asking, is this time for a 73 round? And the 8-ball says very questionable. Try again. Okay, we're going to pass on Charlie. He's listening. And hi, Charlie. We'll give you a wing lock if they fly by. Maybe hit the afterburners to wake you up. Okay, thanks for doing the streaming YouTube, Charlie. I think everyone's reading it these days. So next is NX6RG, our professor in Pleasanton. He's chomping at the bit. Go ahead, Bob. Good morning.
Good morning, Bob. K4YDB in the group, NX6RG. Well, Bob, you're booming in here this morning, so definitely have a short skip. Well, it's an interesting question. As I thought about your first question there, I saw the F4 definitely as a replacement for the 105. The 105 was the last of the century numbers. Now, the 106 was an interceptor, so that had a different mission, and the 107 and 108 never went into production. So the F-105 was the last of the Century series, and it was, I thought maybe I misunderstood Bill, W2WLD, saying it was subsonic, but the 105 is capable of Mach 2. So, in fact, my T-38 IP, when I went through pilot training, had just gotten back from his tour in 105s and in Vietnam, and we talk a lot about the 105, and boy, he loved that plane in terms of its high-speed ability. And that was one of the defensive maneuvers against MiGs, because it sure couldn't turn against them. So you went into a dive, and if a MiG was stupid enough to try to follow you, they would soon find, at least, the earlier MiGs didn't have hydraulic assist, and so they couldn't pull on their controls. And I think one of them was lost that way. In a dive, it crashed because they couldn't pull out. But the 105 was a great performer at high speeds and very, very smooth. So anyway, that's how I analyzed the question. It was an Air Force replacement, and so when I looked at the EF-111, which I'm pretty familiar with, it replaced its Air Force EW platform, which would be the EB-66. And interesting, the B-66, I think we talked about this, it never dropped a bomb in combat, but it was converted for both reconnaissance, the RB-66, as well as the EW suppression mission, EB-66. So it definitely saw action as both of those variants. So anyway, put me down for Bravo, and Bravo, actually. So those are my answers, and we'll be here till the bottom. K4YDB, NX6RG.
NX6RG, S9 Plus here, Bob. And well, thank you for all that good information, very good information, more than I could recite. And about the 105, definitely, which Floyd, our last commander for the F-105 in Vietnam, and he beat the odds. An awful lot was shot down, but yeah, it was very fast. There was a huge engine in that, and it was a beast. It was heavy. When you look at the pictures, Charlie brings one up once in a while. I don't know if it's a Floyd in that, but it makes the man look small. It was a huge airplane. We had one right outside of the Officers Club base when I was at, where was I? When I was at Tinker. And it was a base for those, I guess. Maybe it was a depot, I don't know, before my time. Thanks for that. We got you down for another Bravo. We're going to move on to Bob, patiently waiting in Florida. K2SJP. Good morning, Bob.
Hey, good morning, Bob. K1BOB. This is K2SJP with the beam still on the ground, and we got the rotator out with the bad pot, and we're just waiting for that to come in from United Parcel Service from W5PIX. Uncle Clifford is sending it over to me, so as soon as I get that, I'll be able to put that in. Just wanted to say to Brian, WB5DRI, hope you had a good birthday yesterday, and I didn't realize Bill, W2WLD, it was birthday boy also, so happy birthday to you, Bill. And let's see, well, the bad news is the XYL remains in the hospital. The breathing is not too great. She's on oxygen now because her reading is down to 89. And that's an oxygen level. So they got her on oxygen, and we'll see what happens tomorrow or the next day. So she's angry, but she has to remain in there for her own good. On the question, well, I refuse to be a lemming today. I will not be a lemming. I am going with John, W7AJN, and Lee, W4PUO. put me down for Charlie and the EA-18 and Bravo, the EB-66. So I'm going with Charlie and Bravo on the answers. Bob, thanks for running the net. You're coming in pretty good with the beam on the ground, as is just about everybody. So hopefully you guys hear me okay. K4YDB, this is K2SJP.
Okay, Bob, got all that. Better for Lumpkin. Got not so good here, but we got all that. Yeah, I knew your beam was still on the ground. What can you expect? And I know you can't turn the amp as long as the SDR jumps up. I can understand that on that huge beam you got. Okay, get you down for you're not going to be a lemon, you say, eh? Okay, we got you down for another CB radio. CB radio prize today. Very good, Bob. No t-shirt for you. No lemming t-shirt. Thanks. I hope you got some gas. I hope that stuff's starting to come in now. Let's see. Next we need to go to Willie. Had a good signal this morning from Belton, Texas. KJ5. Bravo Whiskey Bravo. Good morning, Willie. How you doing?
K4YDB and the rest of the Flyers. First of all, a couple of happy birthdays there that I didn't know about. And as always, prayers to Bob and his wife. But man, what a good question. So I'm gonna have to kind of step away from the winning line also. I was thinking Charlie and Bravo myself. So I do love that movie. So Bravo for sure on the second one. And when in doubt, Charlie out on the first one. So Charlie and Bravo for me, please. But other than that, not a lot going on. Just a lot of Cedar app install updates and drinking my coffee in the meantime. So got the net on, and I finally got SL Digi, and SL Digi, I kind of got it working a little bit, and SL Rig, I got working, so now I can control my VLR with my computer, and it's getting neater by the minute. So, anyways, that being said, I'll be here to the bottom, send a 7-3 round, if not, 7-3s, and I'll send it back to you, Bob, K4YDB, KJ5BWB.
Okay, very good. KJ5BWB, K4YDB, and very good. It refuses to be a lemon. Well, I don't know. CB's getting to be the lemming line now, Willie. But original thinking, yep. Most of CBs were original thinkers. Get you down for CB radio. Okay, we'll leave Willie for now, and we're going to go out to, we're going to say hi to Mike. KI5RXJ. Good morning, Mike. I see you receive only, so we'll give you a wing rock and a wave, and we're going to pass on by and go up to Petersburg. That's Ray in New Jersey. WB2, JJO. Good morning, Ray. You're up for the Flyers. What do you think?
K4YDB from WB2JJO. Well, good morning to you, Bob, and y'all Flyers on the net for it. I'll tell you what, no rough copy on my end here. I swung from Lumpkin over to Utah to hang everybody. But anyway, I want to again. I know it's been done a few times before, but I want to do a shout out to Bill there, W2WLD. Happy birthday to you, sir, and to Brian, WB5DRI. I hope you guys had a fantastic birthday. I gave up birthdays. I don't do them no more. When you hit 77, you really don't know. There's nobody that can buy you any more things because you got all the toys you want. Hi. So there's a story on that. We have a 74-degree day here, Bob. It's cloudy, but it's still a beautiful day all the way around. And as far as the answer to the question is concerned, well, I have to go with the scholars that came before me. And for some reason, I just like N5BE's answer, and I'm going to go with Bravo and Bravo. He seems to hit the nail on the head 95% of the time, so I'm going that route, but I really don't know the answer to this question, so I'm going to copy off of his paper. So, Bob, back over to you, sir. You're doing a good job. You're holding about a good 5.5 to a 5.6 here on the electric radio. So back to you, sir. K4YDB from WB2JJO.
Okay, Ray, got all that. Yeah, you're coming in better on Lumpkin than here, but we've got you. I'm sorry I'm not aimed up your way, or much further south, I guess. I think it does better if I aim at you, not by much south. So we've got you down for a Bravo and a Bravo. Very good. And, good day weather-wise. What's it, 74 or something? That's a good day always. And we're going to move on to Tom, who's been patiently waiting down there in Alabama. That's K4. What? Yes, it's up to you, sir. Tom, take it away. Okay, Tom, I think I copied all that. I think you asked them a question. You might have controlled some of these airplanes at one time as an air traffic controller. Who knows? And now you're going to hang in there for a bit. The 73 round looks a little bleak, but we're going to allow anyone to come in and just say what they think afterwards. By exception, probably. That's the best way to do it. So I haven't even given the answer yet. So thanks, Tom, for hanging out there so long. And we're going to move on from Tom and go to KG5PTE, another man down in Belton. James, good morning. You're up here.
Good morning, Bob. K1BOB in the group, KG5PTE. Good morning to all the flyers. And Willie, good to hear you on the air, man. Good to hear you and Mike, KI5RHD, checking in before the net. Hope y'all appreciate y'all dropping by. And anyway, I think for the answer, I'm going to Charlie Bravo myself. Citizens Band Radio, CB. How about that? So Charlie Bravo for CB Radio. Anyway, nothing else here. Just going to go out and eat some dinner with my mom this afternoon because tomorrow is my mother's birthday. So my mom turns 87 tomorrow, I believe it is. And I want to also wish a happy birthday or a belated birthday to Bill, W2WLD. And to Brian, WB5DRY. Oh, these October birthdays. Oh, Lord. And then to make it better, my niece's birthday is October 17th. So Mom's is tomorrow, and the 17th is my niece's. So, and happy birthday to all the October birthdays here on the Flyers Club Net, Brian and Bill. Anyway, put me down for Charlie Bravo, and I'm going to give my 73 now because I'm looking at the time, and I think your crystal ball is right, Bob. We don't have the QS White Echo link. So back to net control, KG5PT.
Okay, James, very good. The Hex is definitely making a difference. You're consistently got a much better signal there. I think you're on 100 watts too, so very good. Antenna makes more difference than an amplifier, I think, at times. So thank you. We got you down for Charlie Bravo, another CB prize. Maybe you'll win one of those at the next convention. If you want it. But they do have their place. Okay, next let's go out to a visitor showing James in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Let's try to bring in KJ5 Echo Quebec Mike. Good morning, Jim. You're up for the Flyers. What do you think, sir? Okay, nothing heard. One more try. Kilo Juliet 5, Echo Quebec Mike. Jim, are you there? You're up for the Flyers. Any comments? Okay, nothing heard from Jim. Let's acknowledge Bill in Rapid City, who's receive only South Dakota there. N6 SDX. Good morning to you, Bill. And we're going to move over to San Antonio. Brian's in there. WB5 at DRI with a golden dipole. Brian, you're up. Good morning.
Okay, Bill, K1BOB, into that, WB5DRI, down here in San Antonio. Good morning, Bob, and good morning to all the Flyers and to the net, and to all those folks out there listening. Very good morning to everybody. Thank you very much for the happy birthday wishes there, Bill, and happy birthday to you, Bill, W2WLD, and thank you very much everybody that wished me happy birthday there, James, and everybody else there. So Bob and K2SJP and a number of folks. So it was a very nice birthday, I have to say. We went over to my youngest son, who's a retired Marine's house, and we had the whole family over there, and it was a very nice get-together. My son fixed very good fajitas for us, and we had very rich dessert, and the only downside to the whole thing was we also tried to watch the Cowboys game, and it was painful to watch. So anyway, that was the only blemish on the birthday yesterday, but it was a great birthday anyway. It's always the best when you can get together with family at those times of the year, and anytime you can get together with your family. So you have to hold them close, and that's the greatest part of life these days anyway. Anyway, good to hear everybody this morning. Bob, we'll keep your wife in our prayers for her oxygen level to go up. That's K2SJP. Sure hope she gets out of the hospital tomorrow. I know she wants to, and I don't blame her. She can probably recover better at home. Hopefully, we'll pray that her oxygen levels will come up there, and she'll be able to get released and come home, and then she can really start recovering even better, being out of the hospital. But anyway, let's see, on your question there, I probably talked too long here, Bob, but I hope everybody is having a good day. I am, except that I have to go get some more pain medicine. I had another tooth that was bothering me. I had a root canal last Wednesday, and I've been taking pain meds ever since. But I had a second tooth that my dentist had told me needed to be looked at. And it turns out that it's causing me so much pain that I need to get some more Advil. Last night I had a tough night sleeping. The pain was so bad, but those teeth can really do a note on you. So I'm going to get some more medicine and I'll be okay. I'm going to have that tooth pulled out tomorrow morning. I have an appointment to get it pulled out. But it's funny how one tooth can cause another tooth to start also causing problems for you. But it just goes with the territory, I guess. It's part of being a mature adult, I suppose. Anyway,
probably talked too long. My answer is going to be Bravo and Bravo here, Bob. I did see the movie and also read the book. Excellent book and quite a mission. I think he was also involved in the intel business, and they were concerned about the North Vietnamese getting a hold of him. And sadly, a lot of lives were lost in the process of saving him, but fortunately he was able to get out. He was saved. So anyway, I also have to get out of here, Bob. 73s, I think I'm close to the bottom of the list there. Everybody have a great day. I need to get out of here and go get some more medicine at the local grocery store here. 73s to all the flyers, and thanks again, Bob. K4YDB, WB5DRI, back to Ned. Good day, everybody.
Okay, we get you down for Bravo, Brian. And 73 to you. And let's go to K6PX in San Diego. That's Steve. K6PX. Good morning, Steve. You're up. Okay, Steve, good signal here this morning, and got you down for Bravo and Bravo. Ejection seat. I'd have to look that up. I might have taken something out of something I read verbatim, or I may have added the ejection seat, but they were in their own seat in the aircraft, and, well, we'll leave that for another day. So, either way, Bravo, very good, Steve. He knows about tailwhip babies. Growler and the Prowler. I love these names. They make sense, though. Okay, last on the list we have Art from New River, Arizona. WX7 Lima. Good morning, Art. You're up. Okay, Lemming, we got you down for Charlie and Bravo. Very good, Art, and thanks for joining us this morning. And that is the end of the list. Did I miss anybody on today's long list? Did I miss anybody on today's list? Come now. Okay, nothing heard. I'm not going to ask for any check-ins because I need to answer this question here. Well, the answer to the question, I think most of you understood it. The F4 Phantom replaced the F105 Thunder Chief. Now, some sources will say the F111 did, but I think the F4 Phantom is obviously a better match because the F111 was not a fighter, but it was called a fighter-bomber. Bombing and interdiction was its primary role. And the EF-111 Raven replaced, and I think most all of you got it right. It replaced the EB-66 destroyer, and that was answer Bravo. And that was also the answer to the second question. So Bravo was right. Bravo was right. Congratulations, everybody. I think most everybody said one of the Bravos there, so good on you. But here's an underlying story to all this. The unarmed Douglas EB-66 electronic warfare aircraft detected and jammed enemy air defense radars. Though small in number, EB-66 and their crews remained in high demand as part of the total strike package in bombing missions against Vietnam. On April 2nd, 1972, the Easter Offensive was the largest combined arms operation of the entire Vietnam War. It was in its third day. An early morning flight for two United States Air Force EB-66 aircraft was led by Bat 20, and in Bat 21, the number 2 guy, the Wizzo navigator, well, he wasn't a Wizzo, he was a ECM operator and a net train navigator. It was Lieutenant Colonel Hambleton. He was 52 years old at the time, three months from retirement. He was aboard Bat 21, so his call sign was Bat 21 Bravo. The two aircraft were escorting a cell of 3 B-52s at the time. Bat 21 was configured to gather signals intelligence and including identifying North Vietnamese anti-aircraft radar installations to enable jamming. Bat 21 was destroyed by a surface-to-air missile 2, an SA-2 missile. And Lieutenant Colonel Hambleton was the only survivor, parachuting behind front lines into a battlefield filled with thousands of enemy soldiers. Break, K4YDB. During the rescue, Hamilton and First Lieutenant Mark Clark, who was shot down during rescue operations, were recovered from behind the front lines after 11 days for Hamilton. It took 2 different nights of covert nighttime rescues carried out by U.S. Navy SEAL folks and a Republic of Vietnam Navy commandos. The Air Force did not put limits on what it took to rescue a downed airman. The direct and indirect cost of rescuing Hamilton was enormous. 10 airplanes were shot down during it. And it was an enormous operation, became a watershed event in Air Force search and rescue. In addition to the direct casualties caused by the rescue mission, it is likely that South Vietnamese soldiers indirectly died as a result of their inability to obtain firepower support in the midst of the battle. The added deaths, loss of aircraft, and length of the rescue operation led the U.S. Air Force to change the way they planned and conducted search and rescue missions. As a result, they developed new techniques and equipment. And yeah, Bat 21 was a movie and a book. Gene Hackman starred in it along with Danny Glover. I'd recommend the movie. You can watch a lot of clips on YouTube. Just search for it. Okay, with that, congratulations, everybody. They got a right answer there. And with that, I'm going to ask for any last comments. I got about 4 minutes to do this, maybe, so we don't harass the Alaska Pacific Band. This is K4YDB. Are there any last comments? Any last comments for the Air Force flyers before I close it down? Any last comments? Come now with your call sign.
W4PUO.
Okay, I hit W4PUO and then somebody else. Go, Lee.
Yeah, K4YDB, W4PUO. Bob, you correctly say that the F4 and the F105 were doing the same mission, and missions, I would say, although the 105 never did any recce, the F4 recce job started and overlapped with the F105, and the Wild Weasel program also overlapped because I think the F105s out of Okinawa had been in Thailand, but they had to support the Wild Weasel mission while the F4 equipment got fully up to speed. So my time over there in 68, 69, we saw and flew together with a lot of F4 missions, mostly recce. We flew in support of the recce mission for defensive purposes if they needed it. And so that's my only comment. I just wanted to say that there was a period of time when both airplanes were doing the job over there. K4YDB, W4PUO.
Okay, Lee, very good comments there. Roger on all that. And, the RF-4s were right down here at Gowan Field when I was stationed out at Mountain Home. And then they switched aircraft, and my brother flew the Wild Weasel out of California there. That was his first airplane. And, the F-105 did fly Wild Weasel missions, and I guess air-to-air, didn't they? And air-to-ground bombing, so it did a lot of stuff, but they say it didn't do recce, it didn't, but it covered most of that stuff. I'm pretty sure the F-4 fit that slot. Very good comments. There was another comment. The second person, go ahead. Kilo 6 Papa X-ray. Yeah, good copy on you again. Oh, very good, Steve. Peter Denler walked out of Vietnam because he had civilian clothes, and he was German. I had a German in my squadron one time. I didn't ever quite trust him. I don't know why. Flying the F-111. He was a good guy, very smart, and a good pilot. Okay, any other last comments? Anybody? We got just about 2 minutes.
November 5, Bravo Echo.
November 5, Bravo Echo. Thank you so much, Lee, for doing that login. Go ahead. You got it out of the chute there.
Yeah, Bob, I just want to say, and I'll put this somewhere between the fact and rumor story. There was a reported effort by the Soviet Union to get their hands on Wizzos and Rios and ECMers, I'll call them. And they had a working agreement, apparently, with the NVA to get prisoners and send them to the Soviet Union. And apparently the CIA was monitoring this, and they would put a suffix behind a person's name, and the suffix was MB, Moscow bound. I don't know if this is true, but that story was out there for some time, and then it went away. Those Wizzos and Rios never came home, and there was documented facts where these guys actually were captured, but they never showed up on the roll. So that's the story that I remember. K4YDB and 5BE.
Okay, Lee, very good point there. I've read that too. As a weapon system officer at 111, we kind of knew stuff, but I don't think it was anything that they'd really bother with. But we just turned knobs, when we saw something. But we had to understand some of the stuff. But Hamilton, on the other hand, he had information at the very top levels of Strategic Air Command. On all the stuff there. I think he had a tour at the Pentagon too. He was a very mature, much older. He started at 52 years old there as a lieutenant colonel. I retired at 52 as a colonel. I don't know how. He must have got in real late or something because it just doesn't back up. Anyway, thanks for that. Good comments. I read the same thing, and they'd leave North Vietnam. They'd send them right to Russia. Hands off until we get to Russia, and I don't know what happens after that. But you're absolutely correct. Any other last comment? I'm going to close it down. And I'm going to go to Echolink. We got a few on there already. Come over and join us on Echolink. We have a good party going. K4YDB, any last comments? Okay, I had Alpha Echo 7 Sierra X-ray. Go ahead, sir. Last comment. Oh, very good. I hope you got most of the net this morning there. At least the comments at the end there. Well, I appreciate your service, too. A lot of us are Air Force. We have Army and a bunch of Navy, too. All the services are represented. What did you do in the Air Force? Okay. Oh, yellow stuff? What's that? Oh, ground power. Ground power. I thought you said ground pounder. Security police. Ground power. Very good. Yeah, I'm a bit familiar with that stuff. And I bet you got some stories there. Well, yeah, we've got a few folks that have been involved with B-52s, and Chief Mike was on the net today. He was very much involved, probably most of his career as a chief, and went into more aircraft after that as a higher up in a cheaper Air Force Base civilian job. Well, please come back and join us sometime. We're on this frequency every day of the year, sir. Copy? All right, filling out the application. Good man. What's the first name? Very good. Glad to have you with us here. Please join us. And that'd be good if you want to join up or just check it as a visitor in the meantime. Love to have you. On every day. We start at 1500 Zulu. And I need to get out of here. This has been K4YDB. I'll give a 73 to you. And relinquish the frequency for normal use. Thank you, everybody. K4YDB, clear.
Victor Alpha 3, Juliet Yankee Echo. Negative. It is Victor Alpha 3, Juliet Yankee Echo. Juliet Yankee Echo. Alpha. Copy that. I got you 5656 into Central Ontario. Thanks for being there.
Echo, Tango Charlie, 51, etc. And verify